Um, Anything that has to do with Turo, if it has to do with private rental, rent to own, how I'm running the place, how I was able to touch six figures on the platform. Most importantly, how the hell did I, a kid from grew up in a trailer park, single parent household. You know, what I mean, went from 6 to 37 cars in a matter of a month, and really just built a 7 figure business. And I want you guys to be next, right? I'm giving you guys every blueprint that I have, all the game that I have, whether it has to do with credit, has to do with funding, it has to do with Turo, anything. I want you guys to all win and be successful. Um, that's why we're here. That's why we do these, and that's what I got to bring to you guys. People are gonna still be coming in the room, so I'll be letting them in. I'll start first with my first win. My first win, obviously, my first win of the week is we now have a payment processor that I'm partnered with. So what that means is people who wanted the opportunity to move forward with us, but we only could take Zelle, Cash App, and Venmo, now have a chance to get in the door with us because now we can take credit. You will be punished if you charge us back. What that means is my payment processor, they don't deal with chargebacks, right? They're going to obviously come after you. You're going to have a hard time winning the dispute. But the minute you try to charge us back, because we do good business, right? I'm not in that field of like, hey, you're going to put me on your business credit card, finesse me, get your credit repaired, get you some money out of us, and then try to charge us back. You're going to be flagged with all the bureaus. We are the credit team. We have the power. So you're going to be flagged with all the bureaus, and you're going to be flagged with all the major lenders. You won't get no money probably ever again by playing with us. Or we build a really good business. We have a really good brand. We have a really good face card, a good name. I do business with a lot of people in the space, Myron Golden. There's a lot of people that I'm networked with that's a part of me. That are able to benefit this business and this company and this brand. So that's the play here. We got a payment processor. So if you couldn't afford it and we told you no because we just didn't want to take credit, come back, circle the block. Let's pick out a package that fits you. We also have packages now. So it's not just the firm 7,500 ticket price of high ticket 7,500 like that for everything that we got anymore. We now have packages that are suitable for you. You choose which package is the best package for you because we want the customer to feel value, right? We want the customer to feel like, okay, this is better for me. I can afford this. This will benefit me and I can win off of this. So we've also structured in packages. I learned that from the man himself, right? Mr. Myron Golden. If you don't know him, go look him up on YouTube. He'll teach you a lot about business, life, everything. So now we have packages that come around. Also, annually. So we got the recurring, right? Yearly. That means your credit will always be good and you can always be capital. You can always go get capital from us or utilize our services year round. So basically lifetime credit repair. If you don't need it and you've learned what you've learned from the material, by all means you can cancel. It's a cancel at any time, right? But this is yearly. So no matter what, you can always circle the block. When you're operating in business, you make a mistake, you get a late payment, guess what? We're your partner. We remove it. When it's time for to go get more funding, maybe you got 50, 80K the first time. Now we're going to go get more capital. We'll go get 100, 200, 300K. Keep circling the block with us. Hey, Mr. Bo, can you mute up? You got a lot of wind. Did you hear me, Bo? Probably can't hear me. All right. So yeah, that's how that works. And then that's what we do. So like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you guys have some wins you guys want to experience, you guys want to put out there, man, go ahead and put the wins out. Anything that just and it don't have to be a whole lot of time. Just if it was a win, if it was life changing, if it was impactful to you, let's share it. Go ahead, Dom. I got you.
Just got a small win. This happened about 2 days ago, I'd say. First private rental that I'm going to be going through with. It's also on a rent-to-own basis. So I bought the minivan at about $4,500 and was able to sell it on a rent-to-own for 7,000 with $200 a week to it. Also taking out my Mercedes for its first private rental for 300 bucks a week.
Awesome, man. That's dope. You're using obviously you got the contracts, you sauced them up your way. You're using the contracts that we provide and you understand them and you've implemented that into your business.
100%.
Perfect, man. Beautiful. And you did the down payment, you did the
Yeah.
double payment. 15 days early, things like that, right?
Yep,
Hell yeah.
100%.
Let's get it, brother. Man, hats off, salute, action takers. That's what we like. We like people who are going to be able to leverage what they learn, not just, don't just, when I buy something, I invest into something, I'm investing into something that I'm going to use. I don't want to just give you money and not utilize it. I want to give you money. And then how can I use that to make money? That's usually what mentorships are, right? So, man, Dom, hats off, salute, good shit. I appreciate it. Keep running the play, man. You're gonna have a big year moving forward with us. Compared to them people that your past experience, you know what I say? I said get on here and say fuck them. You know, you with the winning team now, and that's just how we're gonna roll. Excuse my French for anybody who don't like it, but I'm pretty transparent. I'm pretty honest. I'm brutally honest. You know, I don't like when people in my network get burned or get taken advantage of, or they're if they're skeptical about moving forward with me because of other people in the space. This is that back there on the wall. This on my t-shirt. I wear it every day, loud and proud. So I stand behind this, and I will make sure my clients are good. No business is perfect. There's going to be delays. There's going to be slow stuff. There's going to be times where mistakes may be made. Communicate. We gonna fix it. That's what I am. Good shit, Dom. Anybody else got to win the experience? Want to discuss? Nothing. We all good then. Nobody.
I'll
Anthony.
I'll share.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and share, Amy. What kind of win did you get?
So I shared, I think it was last week in the group that my notary business is doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a new space for me because I'm a chiropractor by trade, but I just wanted to try something new. I'm in a new town and was just looking for, something to do that I knew could probably blow up.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already made connections with several builders and realtors, and that has turned into a job where I'm basically just collecting signatures from people, but I'm making like a lot of money doing it.
Okay.
I get paid for my travel. I get paid like $100 an hour, to go collect these signatures and stuff. And so, yeah, it's been really great.
Yeah, that's
to
pretty.
say the least. And then I was talking to the title agent who is, handling the transaction, and she told me that there was potential for me to do more stuff like this. And I'm like, yeah, give me all the work that's like this, please.
Hell yeah. Well, I do know you do have the DIY, the lock-in course material, right? So check out that
Yes.
marketing in there. Start running that marketing for your new venture, right? We might teach
Yeah.
you how to throw a Facebook post up, and you can go collect more signatures, which gets more money. You know what I mean? So
Heck yeah.
take advantage of what you got, man. Great. I love to hear it, Amy. I appreciate any type of win that's gonna bring us more wealth or more, a change to the life is obviously dope. So congrats on that. Anybody else? Anthony,
Thank you.
I know you got one, Anthony. I'm gonna call you out. You got a crazy win. Moving forward with Matt. I don't know if you want to showcase it and talk about it, but I know that's a win. That's a big one.
Hey, so look, I ain't really move on it yet, but I will, man. I will. That's gonna be my next move, all right?
Oh, okay. Oh, you haven't moved on it. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, he's in the works with Anthony is for those of you who don't know, he's already a mentee of ours, right? And as you know, when you become a mentee of ours and you get into this mentorship, right? We're trying to bring you multiple streams of revenue. I don't care about just teaching you how to touch six figures on the platform. I'm trying to teach you how to have multiple streams of revenue because that's how you become wealthy. I can get everybody rich. I literally can get you rich. You let me mess with your credit right, get your credit right. Let me go get you some capital. If your bills are 100,000 and I get you 300K in funding, I made you rich because now I've just bought all your debt off, right? Using my partnerships at the lenders to do that. But my goal is to get you guys wealthy. So those other affiliates within the classroom, right? Real estate, Airbnb, content to cash flow, things like that. Those are our partners, and you get 50% off when you move forward with me. You get 50% off of theirs. So he got with the investments guy, with the Forex guy, and that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go, really get his knowledge up on, which growth stocks to get and how to really build wealth. You know what I mean? Anybody can build money. We can get money, but being wealthy is the ultimate goal. So that's what he's gonna do. And he's just an action taker. Action takers are always gonna win. You're not gonna be doing nothing sitting on the sideline. You got to get in the game. You can sit on the bench all you want and watch people win around you, or you can be an action taker and be like, damn, you know what? I'm about to do this, and because I know it's gonna work. You know what I mean? A lot of people have that limited belief, or they fear trying to really get to the next level. Maybe their money isn't right. They don't want to do it, or maybe they just don't believe in themselves. I'm not that type. You tell me how much something is, and if I feel like, damn, I can flip it and make it better, or I can make more shit, I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna do it because I know what my capabilities are. Anybody else? Any wins? Nothing, nothing, nothing. All right, cool. Well, look, let's get into it. Those of you who did share those wins, I appreciate you guys. Let's get into it. Q&A. You guys know how this goes. Drill me with questions. I will answer those questions. If I do not have the correct answer and can't get the correct answer, I will go reach out to a source to be able to provide that knowledge to you. Because I am in contact. I'm connected with a whole lot of people in a whole lot of different spaces, and I can really, elevate your mind. So yeah, what we got? What we got? Anything, credit, turo, mentorship, anything. Nothing. It can't be nothing. It can't be. I can run it now. I can run it all night long. But if we got to figure it out, then we got to figure it out. You know what I mean? I know there's got to be something. Go ahead, Dom. I know there's questions.
I'm gonna keep it a short one. So do you put a mileage limit on the rent to owns?
On the rent to owns, I usually I'll be a little bit lenient with it. I'll tell them it's like 300 a day or something like that, but I'm not really, that's not something that I really watch closely when it comes to rent to own, because if they're renting it to own it, they eventually want it, right? Our goal is to not let them, I mean, at the end of the day, I hope you don't make a payment and I have to repo it because you lost all the money you gave me. It's my debt. It's my vehicle, right? So you lost all the money you gave me. You also lost your down payment, right? So at the end of the day, if you don't pay, okay, I'll snatch it. I'm just going to put somebody else in there and I'm going to charge them another down payment, and then they're going to pay me monthly. So it's a win-win in my situation and for this scenario. But yeah, I try not to put a mileage limit on it because they are doing a rent to own, so somebody might actually want to own it. You know what I mean? I can't really, do too much there. On private rental, it is about 300 a day, 300 miles a day. It just depends on what vehicle it is. Obviously, your brand new vehicles, you want to keep them kind of low because you don't want them to run the mileage up tremendously. That way, if you got to optimize your fleet, go trade it out, put something else in there, you still want to be able to do that rather than being stuck with it and have all the negative equity. But that is something that we do, as a business owner, especially in the car rental space. You got to be able to monetize your assets and monetize your fleet, right? So if the mileage is getting high, don't get stuck with it. Go trade it in. You're going to carry over a couple $100 unless you go crazy with it. You're only going to carry over a couple $100 that you're still not paying anyway because you're renting it out and making money off of it.
Okay, sweet. I guess my next question on top of that would be, so I know your rule of thumb is 2 times the price of whatever your car note is, plus insurance, all of that, to rent it out. I owned my minivan cash, but I didn't really have a set number. I just threw 200 a week out, and she was like, perfect. Is there a rule of thumb if you own it like directly out?
No, at that point, if you own it directly out, you could be totally in charge. Just how much do you want to make off of the vehicle, or you can look at it in a bill like mindset, right? So maybe everybody knows your bills come around every 30 days. So I mean, if you don't want to pay your water bill anymore, you don't want to pay your electric bill anymore, say that they're 400 or 600 a month, try to get it around that number. Have the business then start paying for it, because it's yours. All you're held accountable for is just the insurance. On the van, it's probably what insurance is, 130, 120, maybe 80. Yeah, so as long as you make that, you're not losing. So it makes more money to pay bills and things like that. That's what we want to do. We want to use these assets to pay our bills. We want to have the cash flow so we don't have to pay those. If I can run a business and have the business pay for all of my expenses as a business owner, I'm cool. I don't have to profit every single time. Of course, I love profits, but to run $1 million business, 37 cars, rental properties, Airbnbs, and things like that, and break even is a month. It's a great month, you know. The $20,000 goes to ads, you know what I mean? So if I can always, you know, break even, then I'm happy. I'm not saying that's the goal. I'm always trying to profit every single month.
And insurance wise, because I'm running around 190 for the minivan just because of how young I am. You recommend any other insurance? Because I'm running with USAA.
USAA is high, bro. They're known for like taxing. I would just shop around different policies. If you're, like I said, to be honest, I don't know if you're on the Turo platform itself. You're only going private or whatever it may be, but I always go to Turo in the tent. But you can shop around for those other policies, just to get a cheaper policy for more profits, right? Like or you can do the full coverage with, you know, Shop Geico and Progressive, the General, whatever is in your area. Shop State Farm. Literally shop around and get quotes and tell them, you know, you just want full coverage and you want to carry the state minimums. I mean, it's a business. Why would I be covering? Why would I, you know what I mean? Like, want it so expensive. It doesn't matter. When you get in a wreck, somebody's going to try to sue your ass anyway. It doesn't matter if you have the best policy or the worst policy. They're still going to try to sue your ass because you hit them, and everybody wants money. And that's the mindset everybody has. Oh, I'm getting off. I'm suing. So it doesn't matter. I carry, that's how I run it. I'm just a realist. You know what I mean? I carry full coverage insurance and I carry the state minimums. The medical part, I do put that higher because obviously for property damage, that's a higher number, and the medical side is a higher number for their bills, their doctor bills. Other than that, everything else is state minimums. That's how you keep it low. Yep. Shop around, hit Progressive, hit Geico, hit all those folks like that. You're definitely gonna find it cheaper than 190, bro. It doesn't matter about your age. USAA is just how they tax, bro. They tax.
Okay, got you. I appreciate the info.
100%. Somebody else came off of mute. What we got?
I got a question.
Robert, how you doing, brother?
Good.
How's it over there?
So, like, how I want to know like how the financing works for like vehicles through your dealer connect. Like, how much could I expect to get just off the bat? Like, could I get like 10 cars to start with?
Yeah, so my dealer connect's gonna get you all the cars. He's not technically gonna finance you. You're gonna finance it through the dealership the same way as if you go to BMW or somewhere and buy a car. But he's got the best rates, best deals. You're not when you come through our process, you don't have to worry about down payments, anything like that. Your only thing additional that you would pay is you're gonna have the shipping. That'll be included in your car deals though. So all that'll be included all in one. So you won't have to come out of no money. I think he's not in here. Marcus Jones, he's probably hustling now, grinding. He got 7 cars. He put 5 out there in Colorado. He gave 2 to his dad in Florida so his dad can run the business. Because we just gonna get it done. I don't give a shit what you do with the cars. If you want 50 cars, he's gonna do what he can do to get you 50 cars. If you want 20 here, 20 there, 20, it doesn't matter, right? He's got 5 out there in Colorado where he's at, 2 in Florida, didn't pay a dime, not one down payment. And he just like the normal car note, you're going to have, you know, this loan may be with BMW Financial, this loan may be with GM Financial, all these, you know, they're all going to be, you're going to have documentation for all of them. He tries to keep it all through Stellantis. He tries to keep it all through one so you don't have to go to a bunch of places. But me, I got auto pays on every damn vehicle lender you could think of out there.
Okay.
Yep, that's answer your question?
Yeah.
Perfect. Amy, I'm gonna go to the chat before I take another question. Amy has one in the chat. Does your dealer connect? Yep, yes, Alaska is on the shipping. Pricing, I don't know. I do know it does cost him a lot to send to Cali because that's California, right? But he can go anywhere in the nation. So anywhere in the US, I would assume Alaska would be included in that. I'll reach out. I'll get a firm answer. If you do hit him up in the community, his name is Jeremy Tate. I'll put his name in here. You can just ask him, say, hey, I'm one of Trevor's students. Can you guys ship to Alaska? All right, cool. Another question. What we got? What we got? How you doing, Corey? Nice to see you, my brother. You tap in with Jeremy yet?
Yeah, I don't want to put no information out there in here, but Jeremy's a little bit busy right now, man. Uh, he's got his hands full, I guess, with the dealership down there and people being out and everything like that. So he's a hard person to connect with right now.
Oh yeah, he did say Tony was out for him, and he literally, I mean, he probably gave you the same message. He was kind of frustrated. He was like, "Bro, everybody's gone. I got to do every fucking thing. Tony's gone." He said, "But I promise I'll get back with you." And that's kind of how that shit rolls. He's a part of this though. He's my partner. He is not. If he goes anywhere, it'll still be the same. Just know that 100%.
Yeah. He said he's really not even part of the deal. He's not a dealer. He just internet sales that handles all the cars for everybody else.
Yeah, he's got to be. He ain't even the finance manager. They make him do everything.
Can be for your LLC or have to be another name, another person.
Oh, my bad. Thor, you was asking a question. I think it was coming in.
Oh yeah. So my question is, I just started like in the end of December with Turo. I have 5 cars. It works pretty good. I really love it. I have an LLC, so I have a moving company, and now on top, like the rental car Turo business. All my cars are registered under my name, so I should register them under my LLC then, right? Or
Yeah, it depends on how those LLCs are structured, though. You always have to have a properly structured LLC. I know it seems like something that would be not a big thing. Having a properly structured LLC is the biggest thing of all, because a bank will not fund you the maximum money that you can get, and they will label you as high risk, and you won't be able to put them cars in that LLC. But 100%, if you do have an LLC properly structured right, if it's the right way, and your credit profile is structured properly, that means you got to be fundable. You got to be in a lender favorable position. You can 100% refinance those 6 that are in your personal into your LLC. So you're probably a little capped out right now. You got 6 vehicles, but now when you want more, they're telling you no because you got too many.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna have to, most likely you're gonna have to get some credit optimization. Everybody needs it. It doesn't matter if you're in business, you're going to need credit optimization. There's inquiries on there. There's debt, DTI on there, which is utilization is on there. There's going to be some things on your credit profile that need to be optimized. Then you optimize the LLC, and then you're going to be in a refinance position.
All right. Okay.
And then it's going to benefit you too, because those cars are going to be off. That was kind of my scenario when I first started until I figured out the game. You're going to get all the positive for that paying off. So it's going to show even though you refinanced it, it's going to show as paid off cars on yours. So now when you want to go buy a crazy expensive car, you'll get approved hands down because they've already seen you handle that debt. They see that you paid it off, even though it was just a refinance. That's how a lot of people just manipulate the game, and they build up their primary profile to go get. Now they can go get $1 million or $3 million Bugatti because they bought those cars in their name, refinanced it to the LLC, and now they see that they can handle that.
Right. That's what I want to do.
100%. Are you a student yet? You're in Germany, right?
Yeah, that's me. I'm in South Florida, so like Fort Lauderdale area.
Okay.
And so the area is pretty good, but I just like signed up, I think yesterday on your community. So everything is new. I don't know how that works with those programs you have, what I want to get into. So yeah, I got to figure that out. So
yeah, well, I think you got to, if I'm not mistaken, I think we got a call scheduled tomorrow. Yeah, we got a call scheduled tomorrow for 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, on that call, they're telling you welcome in the chat. On that call, we'll be able to discuss everything, go over everything with you. That way you can kind of see it, have a visual, and then you'll know whatever you would want to do if you want to do anything at all.
All right, perfect. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Hey, Trevor, if you don't mind me jumping in before Dominic there, I was thinking about Thor when I read his introductory post yesterday. He said he's got a moving company. If he has box trucks, aren't they allowed now on Turo as well?
Yeah, they do allow box trucks on Turo. Did you know that, Thor?
No, I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah. Good point, Corey. I mean, you've obviously been doing your research, so you if you want to put them on it, but they do allow them now. I don't know the guidelines or anything, but you can have box trucks, rent them out on Turo, and to make to make money off of them.
But they
Yeah,
have
I
like
don't know
this.
much about it. I just know that I've seen they're allowed, so I don't know what kind of market there is, but you might be able to make some good money off those things.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Thor?
They have those age restrictions then as well, right?
There's probably gonna be it's Turo.
Something.
They are a business, so they're probably gonna have obviously some guidelines, some stipulations.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys though, you guys cannot sleep on Facebook Marketplace. 100%. I throw cars on. I basically run an ad. It's kind of like I'm selling the car, right? I run kind of like a car sale, but it's a rent. It's a rent the car on Facebook, and I get a gang of inbox because people want to rent the cars. They're on there looking for cars to buy anyway. They're on a car. They're looking to purchase a car because they don't have a car. Now, when you put a rent to own on Facebook Marketplace in the listing, they're gonna go with you. You know what I mean? They're probably not gonna spend 13 or 20,000 on a car. When I look on Facebook Marketplace, they're always super expensive. That people are selling like their brand new Range Rovers and shit like that on there. So of course you got the beaters too, but you put a rent to own on Facebook Marketplace, your inbox is gonna flood. You're gonna be able to pick you a client and then run the play with them. And obviously, you're going to learn more about rent to own. I don't know if you're even in that realm yet, Thor, just being with the Turo, but I teach all that as well. So I teach you how to make money on and off the platform. We don't want our eggs in one basket. We're trying to make money off these assets. That's what we're trying to do.
All right. Yeah. I will write this down for tomorrow.
100%.
Rent to own. And what about they don't have motorcycles, right?
No, you can. That's something that you'd have to do on your own. That would be a private rental, rent to own thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, Dom.
I guess a follow-up question to that would be, I just lost it. Let's see.
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook. Yeah. Because I know for a fact you're getting 50, 100, 150 DMs the second you post that.
Yeah.
How do you vet the perfect person to go ahead and rent?
The same exact way as if you were actually doing a rent to own or a private rental to get them off of Turo, you do it the same exact way. So what I'll do is I can make a post that way you guys can kind of see it, right? I leverage Chat GPT for everything, and then I'll basically tell it, make it more personal and make it engaging. But if I was to do the post, I would say, hey, brand new, 2023 um, Jeep Cherokee, Grand Jeep Cherokee, rent to own, must have a valid driver's license, must have proof of income, must have a down payment, no credit check required. I do everything to make it as catchy as possible for somebody to show interest. And those are the things that I'm vetting. Send me your ID. I need to see your license. Send me your proof of insurance. Send me your proof of income. Like send me a check stub or something. And no credit check. So I don't care how bad your credit is. I'm just trying to get you as a renter. This is the down payment. The person that is serious is going to send you all that with no hesitation, no problems, and going to give you the down payment. And then you just do it the same way. You put them under contract and do it all the same. But yeah, that you're going to get crazy motion just from Facebook doing it alone. Then you have to vet them. You have to do your job at vetting them. And I'll create a post. I'll throw it in Skool and kind of how the way I ran it on Facebook, and it just went crazy.
That would be amazing because I could definitely try to replicate that. Second question. I know that we talked about this a couple of days ago because I was having that whole business bank malfunction per se. For the funding, would it affect it if my LLC didn't have an open bank account with it?
Yeah, because they're not going to give you business funding without the business LLC having a business bank account.
Okay.
May have, and that's obviously a system thing. I don't know why it gave you a suite number, but for some reason you were I got to get with. There's a friend here that I kind of did their shit for him. but I don't think hers has the suite on it. I have to check, but I sent you mine, a screenshot of mine. I do not have the suite on the LLC, and I do not have a suite on the EIN paperwork, and mine work. So now I don't know why why it even gave that 81 or whatever that suite is, but if you're on this call and you're doing the LLCs and EINs, do not put the suite numbers. Just put the regular Wyoming address, 1621 Central Ave, Cheyenne, Wyoming, 82001. That's all you need to have. Make sure it's on both documents. It has to match the LLC and the EIN. Then the banks will let you set up a bank account. He's going through some issues right now because the site gave him a suite. Because it asked you, maybe it was like the recommended and you clicked it. That's it's from my experience. Like you'll put the address and it'll say use this one or this is the recommended. People always click the recommended because that's the internet trying to give you what they know. You probably shouldn't have clicked it there. But yeah, that's why I think they're telling you can't use that address, and then that's what you gathered from the phone call as well. It's because of the suite, right?
Yeah, from what I understood, uh, the banker that I was working with said it was more of a fraud issue because a lot of these people are just using virtual addresses to skate away. Um, I did talk to the Wyoming rep, and she said that she could get us like a virtual proof of residence almost,
Mm-hmm.
of like a water bill or a lease or something, so that when we go to the banker, it's like an extra $20 a month, and they ask for that kind of proof of, is this a virtual address? You could just say no, hand them that proof,
Okay.
and hopefully
Yeah.
it goes smooth from there.
Well, that if that's a play, that's going to be something that I would want you to post in Skool because that's a new thing the banks are obviously doing, unless it's just that. Was that Wells Fargo or Chase that said that?
See, that was Chase because I tried Wells Fargo and the same thing happened to me, but I was like, maybe it's just Wells Fargo being Wells Fargo, you know? But I tried running it with Chase and same thing happened.
Okay, so yeah, if you choose that plan, it works for the $20, post it in Skool. That way there's, information on it since you're actually running through it and going through that phase itself. If they can give you the $20 with the water bill, that's obviously game changing. And if they can't do that, I know we can whip up some utility bills if you need it for proof. We got some power out here. So just let me know and keep everybody posted on that.
Okay, perfect.
I'm
Will do.
currently doing it with other students here in Florida too. So I'm basically countering off of you because obviously the banking stuff changes and that's what we have to do. We have to optimize and make sure, do it again. I got 11 LLCs. I ain't even thought about going to create another one and even see, hey, well, now what are they saying? But that's what I have the students for. You are the first that has mentioned that though. Corey, you got your business bank account and everything set up, right?
No, I don't actually have a business account yet. It's kind of weird because I was going to chime in here too on this topic because when I was talking with Jeremy last week, he's saying, and I know the play has always been Wyoming for the LLCs, and he asked me if I had Wyoming. He said, and I told him no because I did the one off of Kane's tutorial, and I did down here the Sunshine one in Florida.
Okay.
So luckily, I have one in my state. But he's saying that the banks are giving them a hard time now because everybody's using this Wyoming over and over and over again. So all the banks are getting hip to knowing that this is not a fraud or whatever, but basically nobody actually lives there, and that it's harder for him to get these cars purchased with people who have this LLC as their registered agent.
Mm.
So
And
might
I
just
don't
be
know.
something you need to explore a little bit more, man, because that play might almost be running out.
Yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day, I don't know why they're calling it a virtual address because it's a registered agent. That's literally their purpose is what to do. It's really the government coming out with that BOI shit is really what the issue is. They came out with the BOI and Wyoming holds your stuff private. Wyoming doesn't release that kind of stuff to the public because that's their law there. But the government's trying to, I guess, shade that shit by putting out the BOI thing. So I feel like there's more hands in the pot now because it's never been an issue for years. We've been doing it that way until this, BOI thing came out. But as long as as long as you're following the blueprint, and I'll go make a video on it, as long as you're following the blueprint of properly structuring it, getting a registered agent, making sure your paperwork is all in line, it doesn't really matter where you go. We used Wyoming, obviously, because they keep your stuff private and the taxes are like 7%. I'm in Louisiana, it was like 9% there or 11. and and your shit's blasted. So I didn't use my home state. I discovered this connection and used this, but we'll just make the adjustments needed, and I'll put a post out too.
Yeah, so from what I understand with the BOY, it's to counteract the virtual, but it's also supposed to be private only for the government.
Man,
So
they're hating. They're trying to stop. What they're trying to do is they're trying to be at the top and stop people from being able to go access the things that we have access to. You have access to capital from a bank when you have a business in an LLC. They're basically trying to stop that shit and be like, "Oh, yeah, it's the government's information." I'm sorry to cut you off too, but I get real mad when that shit happens because they always try to figure out a way to shelf a motherfucker. Like, you're just trying to know who that is so that you can still deny that person from getting something if they've ever had a bad past or did something that, that maybe, they grew up a troubled child like myself and they were in and out, doing shit that they shouldn't have done. So now you ain't gonna, I'm changed, man. I got a business and I'm trying to do the right thing and I got me an LLC and I'm trying to get capital and you're saying it's no because now you see all my information. Like I can't, I have my own beliefs on that,
no, 100%. What the banker told me when I was setting up the account is the LLC runs with the registered agent, and then I believe it's called your principal address, which is just registered agent plus suite number or whatever, wherever your business specifically is. Now, the banker asked me because she was like, what's going to be your principal office because it can't be registered agents. I was like, no, let's just run with my registered agent. It's going to be going all through him. And she was
Yeah.
just like, no, let's use your personal address instead. I was just like, no, I'm not setting up the account then.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're trying to shelf and maybe we'll just use I'm trying to figure out how that's because we have them connected for that was one of the things that I was trying to add as a done for you. Like we'll set up now we have a package where we set up the LLC and stuff for you, but we physically cannot set up your bank accounts. We can't go in there as you. You know what I mean? So that has been the one kind of confusing. A lot of people do it fine. A lot of people, check the dots and get all that stuff done. But that's the one thing I can't go be dominant, you know what I mean? And go over there and set that shit up. So we have to hear somebody, okay, he did it just fine. So it must be, we're good. We're solid. You know what I mean?
I mean, I could be the test dummy of the whole thing. I could go to a different Chase branch and get a different person, and would have to make up some kind of lease agreement or something because that's what she was mainly looking for, and see if it can go through with I wouldn't say a faked leasing agreement, but a leasing agreement in a
Yeah.
sense.
Well, I'm gonna talk to my Chase rep guy. I'll talk to my Chase and my Navy Fed rep and see if there's a way where I can have. I just need to see if he can do it virtually. If he can do it virtually, I can add him to every Discord and they can just do it for y'all. But I have to make that connection and just tell him kind of what's going on. He's personal side, and usually on the business side, you can't do it virtual. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. You can set up a personal account virtually, but not the business. So I'm gonna reach out though. I'm gonna make a note of that. Write me in Discord, reminder, like reach out to your banker reps. That way I can see what's going on within the banking system and see if we can figure something out.
Yeah, please keep me updated on that because that'd be super, super helpful.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we got those are our lenders to fund you. So we're gonna fund you and we're gonna figure it out and fund you. It's a part of what we have to fulfill for you. So I mean, regardless, it's gonna get handled. Breezy, there is another Discord. You're with First Step. I'll talk with you offline about that. I think you're with Kane TMC because you're only credit. I give you access to all this over here, but he's running your credit and funding side over there or something like that. Maybe it was a budget thing. I don't really know, but we'll talk offline about it. But I'm gonna still give you access. I just can't set you up a channel over there because that's separate than what you have. But I'm gonna give you the game. I'm gonna let you hop on these calls. All that. So we solid. Amy, go ahead. And I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat. I know there's questions in here. I will get to them. Amy.
Okay, I'm find the unmute button. Okay, so I have 3 questions.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll try to make them quick. Okay, so how do you know how to price your rent to own? The second question is, do you put a lien on the UCC prior to the payoff? And then the third question is, how do you do the title switch over once they pay it off?
Okay, so the first question is going to be that is your totally up to you for pricing. Like I was telling Dom earlier, you obviously want a profit. So if they can pay at the end of the day, if you're not paying the $800 payment a month, you're winning, right? Somebody else is paying your bill for you, but that's always not the goal. The goal is to make some money. So if you can, charge them something that's based upon what you would feel right with your pockets, 1,000 to, you know what I mean, 1,500. That's something that's totally up to you. I have a Tesla. Well, I got obviously a couple Teslas. So my Model S, I got a Model S Performance. I got a Model 3 Performance, an X Plaid. The S Performance is like a $800 payment when I bought it. So obviously it was a different time. It was like my payment's like $823. He pays me $1,500 a month. He doesn't have good credit and he thinks he's winning and he makes a lot of money, but he has shitty credit and he doesn't want to repair his credit. He just wants the car. So he pays me $1,500 a month. I got that other Tesla. It's about $745. He pays me $1,400 a month. You kind of can be in control. Give yourself some cash flow for sure every time. And then for the lien, what you're saying, I don't put any liens on anything. Technically, I just kind of use the paperwork as my leverage on, hey, if you don't pay, I'm repoing. And then if you don't return it, I'm going to say you stole my shit. And then the police is going to get involved and we're going to handle it legally. So that's how I kind of go get my asset. I'll pull up and go grab it. I always keep a spare. So they got a key and I got a key. I got the multiple trackers. I teach you guys the multiple tracker play. So I got a key, they got a key. If they don't pay and they don't return it, I'm going to go start it with my key and take it. You know what I mean? And if they refuse, that's when I get the laws involved. And then on the last one, I don't have an answer for that because nobody's ever paid it that far. You know what I mean? Like they always come for like a year. My brokers is different. My brokers will like buy the cars off me and take them. But people that are on like rent to own, they keep it for about a year. And then the way I word it, the way I say it is you can renew. So you can stay in the same car. You can switch it out for another car, which they're like, oh shit, yeah. Oh, I get something new. You know what I mean? Really, that just benefits me. So they can switch it out for a new car or they could just cancel and be done. But no one's ever like they'll hold it for a year and then they'll jump in one of my other cars. They don't care. Like, so I've never had anybody go the whole contract, but the whole car gets paid off by other people. Now somebody else gets it for a year, and now somebody else gets it for a year. And then usually on that year, I'll switch it out anyway. So after that first year, I might go get something new and then put it on rent to own. Because at that point, when I got it back, I can do whatever I want with it.
Okay.
So
the reason why I asked you the first question was because I have a Jeep that I was gonna put on Turo, but it's already paid off. So I was like, I should just do rent to own and throw it on Facebook Marketplace like you just suggested a few minutes ago. And that would be like my best play for making money off of it like immediately.
And you'll get 100% of the profits.
Huh?
And you get 100% of the profits. It's already paid off.
Exactly. So that was why I was asking how you price them and all of that, especially if it's already paid off.
Yep, I always just price it on what do I have to pay for it. If my insurance is 200, shit, I need to make more than 200. And that's in a month. So you can easily do that. Jeep Grand Cherokee, I put it on there for 300 a week, 350 a week, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
And then you can always hustle it that way. So you can like tell people like, hey, look, this car is, if you don't have a note on it, or even if you have a low note, hey, this car is usually 300 a week. That's $1,200 a month, but you can give me 1,000. You can give me 1,000 a month, or you get, you know what I mean? You're in complete control. You know what I mean? just focus on making money. That's the only focus at that point.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I got you. So you're also paying the insurance on it as well. Like you're paying the insurance.
Well, you're
even with
paying.
the vehicle that is paid off.
Well, no, I'm saying you're already paying the insurance. It can't sit in your drive. It can't sit in your property. You're supposed to be carrying insurance on it right now, right? In my state, you have to.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I'm saying like you're actually already paying the insurance. Just consider that in your total price. You're gonna make them cover it too, though. I mean, with if you read my contracts and stuff, you're gonna make them. It's in the law, like something you got to gather. You're also gonna make them cover it. Or you could just list them as a driver on your policy. That way, if they have an accident or something, they're covered. I usually make them add that car to their policy if they already have insurance, and if they don't have insurance, I make them go get insurance. I want both. I need to be covered. I need to cover my own shit. Add them as a driver, and then they need to cover it too, because they might cancel. They might only have it for a month or two, and they might be like, "Shit, I'm gonna cancel this," you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll do that, but technically you're still paying it, you know. So always consider that in the price. If your insurance is $200, you know, charge them $1,200 a month. You just made $1,000 a month off one car.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's the play. That's
okay.
Yep. Appreciate you.
I don't have the contract though.
Oh,
I don't know.
we're gonna get you right. You're gonna get there. We're gonna get you right.
Okay.
Twisted.
All
what
right.
you got?
I'll let somebody else talk.
You good?
Yeah, so going back to the whole rent to own thing, like what's normally your deposit or down payment that you gather from them starting the rent to own?
So my down payment or deposit, I don't always call it I don't call it a deposit. I call it a down payment because you know deposit you got to give it back. So I call it a down payment, and I always double. So double the note. So if my note's $800, I need $1,600 up front. You know why? Because if you don't pay, I need to be able to pay it for you. You know what I mean, and still have money in my pocket. So I do it that way, and then their note is 15 days. You know, I charge their due date is 15 days before your actual due date. And there's a reason why you do all that.
Yeah, just in case they lack, you can still, have room to pay.
Exactly.
What payment processing do you use for your clients?
I actually got my own payment processor. I was done. Most people use Stripe or whatever, things like that. I actually have my own payment processor. If you need access to a payment processor, I can hook you up with somebody. They're super solid, and they got chargeback protection and things like that. Their fees are low, and they got it's not next day payout, it's 2-day payout. So if you make a sale on Monday, you get it on Wednesday. So I'm an affiliate over there with them. And I have that one wouldn't even make no sense. I actually have my own. So that's the payment processor. I have my own financing company as well called Home Acceptance. So if you actually wanted to be the bank, you know what I mean? You could actually charge them a down payment, put them on recurring payments, and have it monthly come out of their account. Like I have something like that as well. So you become the bank, and you can use that for anything that you got.
So those are two separate things though, right? That's not within
Yeah.
the okay.
Yeah, it's two separate things. I have a package, like obviously it's my highest package that actually gives you the home acceptance, because you become at that point you become the bank. You could go do whatever you want. You could you could use a family member, apply for financing with that family member that maybe your sister or whatever is in there, and then use the financing for yourself, for your business, pay the monthly. Like you become, when I say you're the bank, you're the bank. Like you could take anything.
Oh,
Yeah, and then the other one's just a simple payment processor.
oh, that's dope. So do we have access to that information, or is that something different?
No, that is, I mean, that you can, if I don't know, because I only see Twisted Life. I don't know if you're an actual mentee, a student of ours yet, but when
I
you
am.
do, okay, so
Yeah.
when you do become so you are a mentee, okay?
Yeah.
Who is
Yep.
it?
Huh?
Who is it?
Yanni?
Okay,
Yanni.
okay, Yanni.
Yep.
Yeah. So you do have that's a different package. It's something I would have to we just added that as people to be able to have access to that. You came a while back, so we didn't actually have that offer out. But talk to me offline if that's something that you need, whatever business that you're doing, you actually need your own bank for you to, process payments, take down payments, put people on recurring. Sometimes they got something called client finance, right? Like they'll base it upon that client's credit score and give you a portion of the money up front, you know what I mean? And then the client pays monthly payments. You already done got paid out. That thing's super dope. So yeah, you talk to me offline on it because it wasn't there whenever you came about.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay, thanks.
For sure. iPhone 6, what you got? I don't know your name. All I see is iPhone 6. iPhone, you there?
Hey, Boston man, how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, good, man. I had a quick question. My fault.
No, go
I had a,
ahead.
I know it's kind of off topic, so I was just wondering, like, say when I get my credit situation right, like personal and business, right? Is there a way that I could, like, with my business credit, I could buy like a multi-unit, and then with my personal credit, is there a way I could like buy a house at the same time, or would that be like a process?
No, so like they tell you anything that's business is you're only PG in it anyway, so it don't go to your personal debt. So as long as your inquiries are low, you can go do whatever. You know what I mean? You can do
Oh
whatever you
yeah,
want. And if your credit is good, obviously you're gonna be able to do that. It's
yeah,
always goes back to the credit and how much capital you're gonna have down pay. You already know if you business, you're gonna have a down payment, 20%,
yeah.
whatever it may be, 10%, depending on which route you go. But yeah, 100%. All that's gonna pop up is that inquiry. So if you're buying your regular house with your personal, and then
Yeah.
you're buying that investment property with your business, just make sure you're PG in it, not putting it in your personal. If they're both in your personal, they're gonna know something and see it.
Oh,
Regardless, the loans don't hit 30 days anyway. So we
yeah.
used to be telling our people to run it up in that 30 days before it reports to the credit profile. Then you can really, maximize whatever
Maximize.
you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, if you can, like, I'm interested, like, with that credit repair stuff, really like get me on the right path. Like, do I see you in inbox or, I just want to see like what the price is looking like, far as want to move forward, how to set up everything. I'm thinking about generational wealth and stuff like that. So
For
I'm really,
sure. Just in Skool, all you gotta do is shoot me a DM in Skool, say, hey, I was on the live call. And then it's gonna basically remind me, okay, and just say, hey, I was on a live call. I'm looking to tap in and check out the services. And then boom, I'll have my either me or my team is gonna send you a link and you'll be booked with me and we can chop it up and figure out what's gonna be best for you.
okay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Appreciate the question as well.
Sure.
Mr. Robert, go ahead, brother.
Okay, so I'm going to be moving to Orlando in end of March, beginning of April.
Mhm.
Do you have any hookups for a rental car while I'm waiting to get Turo set up? Or
Yeah,
my
I got everything. I mean, I obviously wish I had it as great as I had it back home, right? Being, born and raised back in Shreveport, Louisiana, I can go anywhere, get anything. But I am pretty plugged out here. Rental car, it doesn't matter what you want, exotic, whatever. Like when I go out, I use my broker. I'm brokering all my cars to my people. So like when I was just in Miami, I took the GLE, AMG. Just the other day, we shot some content. I grabbed my Urus. We got everything you could think of. We got those caliber. We got regular economy caliber. I got everything that you could possibly want in the Tampa, I would say Orlando market, but most of them are based right here. Like you'd probably have to pick it up and drop it off here. Um, and I'll reach out. I got a source in Orlando too, though, but I think his is super high end.
yeah, I probably just want like some like SUV family car type things,
Oh yeah,
like two of
100%.
them.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we got those X5s, X7s. Like I said, we got G-Wag. I mean, any Tellurides, Durangos, anything.
yeah, something like
100%.
that.
Yeah, I'll take care of you, bro. I'm right up the street, so like I said, I'm here in Tampa. We'll definitely make sure that happens. All you gotta do is let me know when you're here. I'll send you like my Orlando people. I'll send you my Tampa people. You'll tap in with them and see what you can,
Yeah,
what y'all
yeah, I'll talk to you about that in March then.
for sure. 100%.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Mr. Anthony Simon, go ahead. I'm gonna answer these top remaining people, and then it's 7:31. I gotta get in there, and we done started re-binge watching Walking Dead back week. You know what I mean? That was old, and then we were like, let's watch it again. So the kids and everybody, you want to watch it, we might go get some TV shows in. But Mr. Simon, what you got, my brother?
Hey, what's up? What's up? So I was just going off like what we had talked about last time. So you think I know this is more of like a personal question, depending on like exactly where I'm at, in this whole entire journey and stuff, but you think I should get funding within the next month? If so, then I'll press on basically moving on with Matt. But if not, then I'm trying to like the reason why I'm trying to wait is because I want to verify and just make sure that I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Before pressing forward.
Yeah, that's always like something that's up to somebody personally. Like, I like when people wait because it can never be an excuse if you have a slow month, right? Like you got capital. If I get you the capital that you need, that you want, whatever you purchase, the guarantee, right? Then there's no remorse for me of like damn, bro, it's a slow month. That's business. That's how this shit happens, right? You ain't gonna be perfect. You're not gonna get 98% rental all the time. Your shit's always gone. There's gonna be slow months, there's gonna be fast months. If you're in a great market, it might be fast all the time, right? As long as you have a car and you're making sure that you're hitting them on Turo, you're doing private rental, you're doing rent to own, and you're doing what you can do to keep them out. Yeah, but people aren't like that. People are lazy. You know what I mean? People put their cars on Turo and they leave it. They don't change no prices. They don't change the description. They don't change the pictures. They don't do nothing. So you're not going to win doing that. You have to be a business owner. You have to monetize it and make sure that it's catching. Make sure that you're trending with everybody else. Everybody else is on there using Chat GPT. So use Chat GPT. You know what I mean? Use that kind of stuff. So I always would recommend doing it, but sometimes it's just about getting the cash flow going, bro. Especially if you've already invested into something and you're trying to get it back. It's about the cash flow. Like Mr. Corey's ready. He had pre-approvals on the funding call we had the other night. I'm pretty sure he's ready for funding. It's already there. I've already seen the profile. I just don't know where him and Shantae are at with the agreements or anything like that. But he not waiting. He's like, he's already contacted Jeremy. He's trying to get started. You know what I mean? Get the motion. But slow motion is better than no motion, right? So even if it's slow motion and you're waiting on the bag to come, you can go that route. But if you jump in, like I say, there's always rules to that. Just make sure if you are getting the cars and you're jumping in early, put it in the business name so that it can't mess up your funding. That's the only thing that I say. Make
Yes,
sure
sir.
it's the business name. If you're ready to hit the ground running, make sure it's in the business name. And if they tell you they can't do it without putting it in the business name and you haven't gotten funded yet, don't do it. But if you've
Okay.
already gotten funded and they say, hey, I can do about 4 in the business, but the rest I got to do in personal, you can then do that. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Um, but anything that you invest in over here, bro, that's why I've created this and the partners that I have. I mean, you're gonna win. When you're with Matt, that thing is long term. That's like literally changing your life, transitioning you from like, damn, why am I gonna hold 20,000, 50,000, whatever in my checking account when I could just put it over here in my Fidelity account in a high yield savings? It gains,
Yes, sir. That's it. That's it.
and I can put it in NVIDIA and I can put it in, FX, AIX and VOO and Microsoft and shit that's always going to gain and have it just keep making money. In the checking account, it don't do nothing. So that's there's always something in here with real estate. I mean, you're going to get a property with our people. They get you a property, right? They don't
Right,
buy
right.
it for you, but they give you to go get a property, right? So everything is a win-win over here. I didn't want to add people to my shit that wasn't being an impact on somebody's life. Even if your shit is slow, even if you're going like, damn, the credit process is just so long, it's so long. I mean, that's a part of it. You was already living with that shit bad or not knowing how to leverage it, not knowing how to use it for all your life. So what is 2 months, 3 months, or if you got a bankruptcy, a year, if you got a repo, what's 3 months? That's not anything. You've already been living with that shit being bad for all your life.
Right, right.
So the fact of taking action and learning these things and like, damn, I could do that with credit or I could do that with this. That's the most valuable thing because it shifts your mindset on like, fuck a job.
Right. Okay, I hear you. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Breezy, what up?
What's up? What's up? This is kind of like off, I guess, Turo. I was wondering like how the packages work because I seen you posted them a couple days ago. Is that like something we got to switch over to if we're already mentees, or like how does that work out?
No, if you're so for the previous, if you're already a mentee, you mainly are getting most of the stuff within you're not missing out on anything, like because that's just kind of how it was structured then.
That
So there's nothing major that you're missing out on that's involved in those packages unless you want to get the high package. And I don't recommend that unless you're an influencer, you already have business, you already got a business going, you're just really trying to grow and scale. Your business might be making 40, 50K a month and you're trying to get it to 100, 200K a month. That's what that package is for. It's for the
that
people that are already in the game. I got 50 cars and I want more. I got 50 cars and I want everybody to know that I'm the biggest rental guy here in Tampa. That's for that. You know what I mean? You're going on
it's like
podcasts.
a later investment.
Yeah, so it's
Got
always
you, got you.
it's always a circle to block with us. This is a family. This is like something that ain't going like I don't I brush the shit off when people be mad about certain things. Like they're mad. Sometimes banks will get you right. We'll remove a late payment off of somebody's shit, but the bank will figure out a way to report it back, and then they be mad. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm just gonna get it off. What are you mad for?
Right, right.
We have the best intentions for our clients, and what we don't know, we close mouths don't get fed. So what we don't know, we can't fix. But when I see it on the summary report, and I see it come out, and I'm like, damn, it came back. We know to attack it. When you invest in this shit, it's a lifetime. You're gonna get the credit repair forever. You know what I mean? All you got to do is continue to stay tapped in with us, continue to grow, continue to get wealthy, continue to stay healthy, things like that. Like I be laughing. I'm like, you're mad, and then tomorrow you're gonna be happy when it's gone. Like, why are you
Right.
why are you tripping?
All right, that's all I have to ask.
Yeah, no, I'll send it to you though. That way you can kind of peep and make. But you're good. You're the only thing Kane, is I think you went with Kane's side instead of my side, so you're running the credit and funding play uh separate and circling the block over here. Even
Oh, okay.
that's why you didn't have access to. That's why you don't have access to some things, right? But I'll take care of you. You know what I mean? Don't let that run first. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Let that finish. Don't use any more of your capital. Let us get you the bank's capital, then come circle the block, and I'm gonna discount you and take care of you.
bet.
Active. I mean, you're active in the community. You engage with people's stuff. You communicate with people, which is that's what it's about, bro. It's about learning, spreading the knowledge, and spreading the wealth. That's how people win. You don't win by gatekeeping it. You got to talk about it. You got to, let it out there.
That's why I'm here.
Yep. I appreciate it. Most of y'all on here are in there communicating, in there dropping knowledge. Corey's posting frequently, asking questions. Dom, same thing. You all the time are, hyping people up and welcoming them. Amy's always welcoming people and things like that. That's what we want. That's the high energy community talks is in here. He does it. Eric, there's people in here that Robert, there's people in here that are that's what it's about. Truly caring for other people. You don't know what that person got. I might be like, damn, I'm tired of this car. It's paid off. Someone take it and run it for me out of my fleet. I don't want nothing for it. Just pay the bill. You know what I mean? You don't never know. No one knows what I got going on in this community that can literally change their life. You don't know who's in there. There's not enough time for you to go down 7,000 members and see who's in there. There's some hitters in here, people that are really going to bring you guys value. And that's what I want. Dom, go ahead. And I'm going to get to Amy. I seen yours go up.
I do just want to, this kind of perfect segue and topic onto a little bit of knowledge and game. As we were talking about descriptions, ChatGPT, a huge thing that I've seen, especially with what I got going on too, is guys, if you're near, let's say for a beach example, use add-ons on your Turo listings, privately or in your Turo description. Send an automated message for add-ons, whether it's beach balls or cooler packs. Chairs. Depends if you guys are using 3 rows. Like if they got little kids, go shopping for them. Like run up a little grocery bill. Ask them whatever I buy for you, you just pay double back. Cool. If I buy you $5 Skittles, you pay $10. Sure, I'll rent you out these beach balls for $10 for the trip. Those little things add up, 100%.
Yeah, that's fire, Dom. I appreciate that. It's not being like people like, oh, I'm not an ass kisser or nothing. It's nothing like that, bro. It's about being a good host. It's about being somebody reputable that somebody wants to rent from. Like, damn, every time I come here, this dude takes care of me. Like, I got towels for the beach. He lets me take it to the beach. Some people be like, all them rules and all them guidelines. Obviously, it depends on the car. You're not gonna let your Huracan Evo go to the beach. I get it. I understand that. But the cars that you have as those economies, I mean, don't have all these crazy strict rules. I gave you guys in my automations in the PDFs, you can see, I gave you guys some pretty good automations when it comes to was it like your listings, like your descriptions and stuff. I got normal rules. Don't smoke in my car, no smoking, no cigarettes, and no weed. If you get a ticket, you're held responsible. I got the normal rules and guidelines. I don't have any. If it's premium gas, put premium gas in it. But I'm not the guy that's like, no going to the bar and no going out past. I don't do that, bro. I let people. You got to be convenient for people, bro. That's how they're gonna book with you, and that's how they're gonna want to remain to be one of your clients. Good point, Dom.
And I know some people are also going to say like, oh, I don't live near the beach. I live in the mountains or whatnot. Use ChatGPT to your advantage to ask, hey, ChatGPT, what add-ons can I put in my rental car if I live in the mountains? That would be beneficial to people. And it's going to run up a list that you guys could use.
Hell yeah. Fire. Amy, go ahead. I know you had one earlier. I don't know if you still got it.
No, I don't have a question.
All right, cool. So we solid then. Everybody's solid. And there's not a one more. We're all good to go. Everybody in here, we winning. This call will be up in the call recordings. Just in case. Let me hold on 1 second before y'all start dipping. It's like class and shit. He's done. Let's get the fuck out of here. Nah, I appreciate y'all being here, man. Let me just go to this chat, make sure. Where do you find the private rental contracts? Milton, I don't know if you're still in here. Private rental contracts and the rent to own PDF. They're in the PDFs in my course. I don't know if you're a student or not, but those are for students. I can give you gaming value on this call, but I can't. I got to provide that for people, who are obviously our students. I want everybody to win, but they trusted me to trust them. There isn't a spot to put a suite on the EIN page. Talks. There isn't, but on the LLC, it actually recommends the address and it adds the suite to it. And that's what's been the problem. It's been adding a suite to their LLCs, and then the EIN doesn't have the suite, so they're not matching up. And then Chase is trying to tell people no because they don't match up. And the new information that Dom was saying about, and Corey was saying about everybody knowing about Wyoming and not living there. But it doesn't matter. I don't know why that's an excuse. It's a registered agent. It's not a virtual address. It's an actual business address. That's what they do business as. So I'm going to talk to my rep and make sure that that's right, because they're not supposed to do that. That's what that business is for. That's literally their job title, is to be a registered agent for people to use that as a business address. It's not a virtual address. So I don't know why the retards at Chase are even saying virtual address. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm supposed to make a new LLC because mine is in New York. Eric, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where your LLC is at. State doesn't matter. I chose Wyoming because the taxes are cheap and they hold your shit private, right? What matters is how you structure it. So the state doesn't matter. It matters how you structure it. The name of it, the entity, things like that. That's what matters. Is there another Discord above? Yep, we got that. We got that. What specific trackers do you? Yep, I made a post. Go check that, Dom. There's a post in there, but I use a bunch of them. I use 3. I use AirTag, One Stop GPS, and what is my third one? AirTag.
LoJack.
Huh?
LoJack.
LoJack, that's it. LoJack, you're right. Oh, you got it right there. I'm tripping. Look at that, Breezy be on it. Again, veterans, yes, got it. All right, cool. So yeah, I hit those. I hit everything else. If you guys got any other further questions, post it in the
Thank
Skool.
you.
There's a questions category. Drop down the category box. Go over to the questions category and post it in there. And when I see it, I'll definitely answer. But there's a lot of people in here that are already running these plays, that they've already learned. They've came to multiple calls. Breezy and Corey, I'm pretty sure, can answer damn near any question that comes up. they're attentive, they're wanting to win and they're wanting to level up. So ask it in that question section. Somebody will definitely answer, myself included. And man, I hope to see all you guys winning. I pray for everybody to have much success. Have a great weekend, because I probably won't see you guys. And those of you who aren't mentees, I'm gonna get on your ass. What you waiting on? Let's come over here. Let's build wealth. Let's do this thing together. You got a big, huge community of people that support people and that show love and that make sure everybody wins. So, come join the team. We got slots open for y'all. All right, guys. Peace. Love. Appreciate
There
everybody.
we go.
For sure.